Return to office mandates are a scam, a fraud, a front.
What the heck? Okay. Go on.
So, an article came out and said that mandatory return to office is actually a disguise for companies wanting people to quit instead of laying them off.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's weird, actually.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Think about it this way. So, if you're a company and you want to get rid of a bunch of people, you're like, well, we have a massive layoff. Or
Oh, no.
make everybody come back into office, and some people can't do it, and that'll automatically just act some people who will have to quit, or there will be actual reason to fire the people because they're unwilling to comply with this new business policy.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but if you think
Yeah.
about it, like if you lay someone off, what are the things that the company gives to them? Like
The company has to give a severance.
Yeah.
They have to they have to pay them out all their time off.
Yeah.
And they have to essentially, I don't know. I think
They provide health care for
Yeah.
for like 6 months or amount of time they have.
yeah, there's a lot of benefits that come with being like laid off. I mean, it's not a good thing, but
But I mean, it's a parachute.
yeah, it is a parachute compared to firing where you get nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what do you get if you quit?
You get nothing.
You get nothing if you quit.
Yeah.
So the conspiracy theory, the prevailing thought is that companies are trying to push people to voluntarily quit versus laying them off because it'll save them a lot of money. But also, like if I mean, like a lot of times it's not complete return to office. It might be like for a couple days.
Yeah, a few days a
Return.
week. Yeah, typically companies now are saying that they want to come in like 2 to 3 times a week. But there is companies that take it a little bit to the extreme that say it's like, hey, we hired you for this potentially remote position, or we hired you for this position that's based in another city or state that now you have to come into. But previously it was remote up until a certain point.
Yeah. So I mean, if you still are interested in the position, like it's available to you, but you must now comply with this new policy, and that one is not. There's nothing like bad about that. It's like, okay, like you're not complying, so you're not fitting the new company policies. So there are a bunch of examples of this that are happening. So an example that was given was AT&T. They had a covert layoff where they had a mandatory return to office for 26,000 managers across
that's
the entire United States.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But the offices that were available for them to work at, they only had 9 locations.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of people for those locations. Yeah.
Exactly. So there's this thought that's like it wouldn't be feasible for all these people to go work at these locations, even if they moved. If all 26,000 of these people moved to these like specific offices, there would still be no room for them. They would still have to work from home or do hybrid because they would have to share desks.
Yeah.
So that I think is the big indicator that there is some other like ulterior motives to these layoffs that are happening. So do you agree to this? I mean, like I think it does have a lot of merits.
It does have a lot of merits. I do think that, because the thing is, it's for these companies, it's a way to save money and also a way to necessarily utilize the space that they've already paid for. Because the thing is, like, you paid for this office space, like you either have bought in this location or you're leasing it, but either way it is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they want to utilize it. So I like, the thing is, like, I understand them wanting to come in, but I also understand that they want to save money by potentially axing these people who are not able to work remotely.
Or not able to come in.
Yeah, not able to come in. Yeah.
So one problem that I do see is that like a shortage of desks. Like if you did bring all these people in, there
Yeah.
wouldn't be enough desks in this location. They would have to find more places. I just don't think like um there logistically is enough places. Like I think they have more scope of work than positions for people to work at.
I do agree with that. I
And
100% agree with
I
that.
don't think if in terms of like how much volume of things they need to have done, I do not believe that they have enough office space to fit the total scope. So in terms of like having people work at their own places,
Hmm.
that's extra office space that they're not paying for.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this scenario here. Let's say you live in, I'm going to pick an arbitrary city. Let's say you live in Kansas, right?
Kansas City, Kansas.
Yes. And let's say that you applied and got a role within San Francisco.
Uh-huh.
And they mandated, like, you were remote all until the point where they said it's like, we're going to come back into office.
Yeah.
It's like, realistically, are you going to uproot, like, if you have a family, are you
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
uproot your family to move over to San Francisco? It is hard because moving
Yeah.
is really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Moving is really, like, it's tough if there's more than one individual.
Yeah, especially if they have like ties or family or friends.
Yeah, so it is really hard. You could have been signed up to be like remote to a certain point and then potentially like petition to be fully remote.
Mm-hmm.
But if they had mandated you to come back and they say
Yeah.
it's like, hey, you signed up to be like in person, but now you want to be remote, that's not gonna fly.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard. It's a hard decision to make because there could be a bunch of other factors that are going to be in play.
I think in those positions, you would probably need to take a hard look in the mirror
Mm-hmm.
because if you're having that type of conversation where it's like do or die that you were hired on to be remote the whole time and now they're like you need to come in,
Mm-hmm.
knowing your full situation, you're probably one of these people that they are going to try to axe or make you quit on their own. Like that you're the target. Like if you were necessary or like were really valuable, like I mean everybody is valuable in some way to themselves or to the family or like the other places, but like in terms of like the company, the corporate structure, if you were truly valuable, they would work with you.
Yes, that
If
is
you were
true.
the top talent, if you were the person that could do the job, like no one else could do it or whatever, they would work around your thing. Like they do this all the time. Like a
They
lot of
do.
people do still have like work from home or like hybrid or whatever,
Yeah.
and that's because they view their talents are worth having them work around it, you know.
Yes.
So I think like those people need to take a look in the mirror. Like they are on the chopping block because it's restructuring, and they could probably they in the recruiters or the people executives' minds they could find someone else in the immediate area to work that job.
Yes. I have two last tidbits, but before that, I do want to say that if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We put out videos daily. We have a library of over 100 videos, so I'm pretty sure there's something in there that you will like.
Yeah, and if you subscribe to this theory, please put it down below or like your own like theories about why there's this large return to office like push and narrative around it. Leave it down below because I do think like after hearing this story, I was like, wow, that does make a lot. Like it makes sense both like business wise and like motive wise.
Yes. The last two tidbits I want to say about this is that, it is not very uncommon for a company to also move and to ask its employees to move along with the headquarters. I
That
will
is
say
true.
this many years ago. This is from personal experience. I'm not going to name the company. I'm not going to name whatever. But from personal experience, many years ago, when I was applying for jobs, I got offered a position, but they had mentioned that they would be moving in 4 months.
Oh
And,
wow.
and I would have to move to the middle of the US.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, in
Colorado.
in 4 months. Yeah, somewhere close by, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So That is one where the condition is that you would get hired, you would work remote, but then you would have to move with the company.
Mm,
Yes, after
interesting.
a few months. And the second tidbit is that remote jobs are currently one of the most hottest commodity that you could get. We're not gonna say which positions, but we have seen positions that are remote that have over 700 applicants.
Oh, I
Yeah.
could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you could literally apply from anywhere.
Mhm.
And employers who are hiring for these positions, I don't think there's as much as there was maybe a year or two ago. Yeah.
Hiring for the
Like
remote.
just remote, yeah.
Hmm.
There could
I could
be
see that.
some, but yeah, but I don't think there's as much. Those are the last two tidbits that I did want to say on just this topic.
Mhm.
Yeah. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below.
Yeah. Do you have a remote job, or would you do you think your job could be potentially
Mhm.
at risk if you're working from home? Yeah.
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below.